When Chi-Chi finally caught her breath, Tessie cupped her shoulder. When I saw that photo online I assumed it was just someone who looks like you and can't be you. You know Ella just got married recently and relocated. I sent her the photo, and she also confirms that it can't be you, and even if something comes up like that, you parents will lock the fool up for the rest of his life for cyberbullying. When your pictures started going viral, Tessie said softly. But why, Chi-Chi? What happened? Chi-Chi cried even harder. Oh Chi-Chi, Tessie whispered. I've always liked you. I even told my big brother and my dad about you and Ella. From the moment I met you two, I thought I'd finally found sisters in that school. Girls who didn't care about class or family name. She sighed deeply. But then you changed. And when you started hanging out with Jenny, I didn't understand. Especially because your parents were okay. You had no reason to. They are not okay. Chi-Chi screamed, breaking down completely. The room fell silent. She sobbed into her palms as the truth spilled out of her in broken sentences. She told Tessie everything, her home struggles, the pressure, the lies she told her parents, the shame she carried, the fake lifestyle, the competition she created in her head, the insecurity that swallowed her whole until she dropped out of school and built her life on lies. Tessie listened quietly, her eyes softening. Oh Chi-Chi, she finally said, her voice thick with compassion. I'm so sorry. I didn't realize all this was happening to you. She reached for Chi-Chi's hands and held them firmly. I applied for that scholarship to prove a point to my own family, Mr. and Mrs. Alfred, the owners of Novaris Global Company. My two brothers, they always make everything awkward. People avoid me because of them. I'm that rich kid everyone judges without even knowing me. That million-dollar baby people assume has everything in life handed to her. Her voice broke slightly. I wanted something of my own. I wanted to give back. That's why I chose the scholarship, even though my parents could pay for any school in the world. I didn't even know you were feeling insecure because of me. I'm really, really sorry. Her apology sliced through Chi-Chi's heart. All the bitterness, the envy, the competition, the pride, everything crashed down at once. Chi-Chi began crying again. Imagine the child of a big company could be humble and focus on her studies just to prove a point to her family, but me that have every reason to focus lost focus because of same person. Oh my God, what have I done to my life? Softer this time. Tessie pulled her close and stroked her back gently. You should have told me, she whispered. You should have talked to me. I swear, I would have helped you. Chi-Chi shook her head helplessly. I was ashamed, and I didn't want to look weak in front of you. You were never weak, Tessie said. You were just lost. They sat together in silence until Tessie's phone vibrated. She glanced at it, then looked up at Chi-Chi. Your result is ready. Chi-Chi's entire body froze. Her throat tightened. Tears gathered again, but Tessie squeezed her hand. No matter what it says, Chi-Chi, you won't go through this alone. She stood slowly and walked to her desk, picking up the sealed envelope. The room felt too quiet, too still. Chi-Chi's heart raced so fast she felt dizzy. Tessie walked back and sat down directly in front of her. Are you ready? She asked softly. Chi-Chi nodded shakily, even though she wasn't. Tessie exhaled, tore the envelope open, and unfolded the result sheet. Her eyes scanned it slowly. Then she looked up. A small smile curved her lips. Chi-Chi, you're negative. Silence. It took a few seconds for the words to register. Chi-Chi stared at Tessie, her mouth trembling, her eyes widening. You're negative, Tessie repeated with more warmth, more relief. Chi-Chi collapsed to the floor in tears, loud, uncontrollable, body-shaking tears. Tessie rushed down and held her tightly. It's okay, breathe, it's over, she whispered again and again. Chi-Chi cried until she could barely move. She cried for the fear. She cried for the life she wasted. She cried for the jealousy, the mistakes, the shame. She cried because she was free but still broken. Tessie lifted her face gently. Your life is not over, Chi-Chi. You can start again. And this time, let someone help you. Chi-Chi nodded weakly. I want to start again. I want to fix my life. You will, Tessie promised. You're stronger than you think. For the first time in years, Chi-Chi believed it. The door opened slightly and a nurse called Tessie's attention, but before leaving, she squeezed Chi-Chi's palm one last time. I'm not going anywhere, she said softly. I'm here. And Ella will be here too. We are still your sisters if you'll have us. Chi-Chi broke into fresh tears, this time from relief. Over the next few weeks, Chi-Chi returned to Homeland Specialist Hospital for counseling, checkups, and emotional support. Tessie guided her through every step, never once treating her differently. Ella, despite being newly married and far away, called her every day to pray and speak with her, reminding her that friendships built on love don't die because of mistakes. Slowly, the shame loosened its grip. The first thing Chi-Chi did was call her parents. She expected anger, disappointment, even rejection. But instead, her mother wept over the phone and said, "Come home, my child. Nothing you've done will ever stop us from loving you." Her father only said one sentence before breaking down. "We don't care about the past. Just come home and let us start again." That night, Chi-Chi packed her bags, not designer ones funded by lies, but the simple ones she started life with. She left the apartment that once felt like a palace and now felt like a prison. She stepped into the night air, breathing deeply for the first time in years. No lies. No competition. No fake lifestyle. Just Chi-Chi, the girl who wanted better. She embraced the truth. She was enough. She had always been enough. Months passed and Chi-Chi blossomed into a new version of herself, stronger, wiser, softer, and more grateful. She started a small online business to support her family, earning money the right way. Life wasn't easy, but she pushed through. Tessie stayed in touch, calling her from time to time, checking on her, and tried to support her financially, but Chi-Chi refused, not cause she is proud, but she wanted to face her struggles and earn the right to take anything from any of her loved ones first, and kept insisting on working her way through it herself. She wanted her success to be her own story, built with her own strength. Her siblings admired her more than ever, not because she pretended to be perfect, but because she had survived. One evening, while journaling by the window, she wrote, "I may have fallen, but I rose again. And this time, I'm rising with my real self." She smiled, genuinely, peacefully. Chi-Chi didn't get her old life back. She got something better. A second chance. A clean slate. A future she could build with her own hands, her own strength, and her own truth. And that was how Chi-Chi began again. Not as the girl who lost herself, but as the woman who finally found herself.